So, The Boys Season 4 is over. And you know what? I gotta say, this was another great season. Like, I know there's a lot of people that only like maybe 1 and 2, 3 might be great. Oh, Soldier Boy was great. And then Season 4, it's not bad. But personally for me, this entire series never missed for me. Like, I enjoyed every season. Like, yeah, sure. Are there a few episodes that I didn't really enjoy? Yeah. Are there a few plot lines that I thought, are pretty weak? Yeah. But I fucking love this series overall. So yeah, the season had 8 episodes and it was a bi-weekly release. It started with the first episode at June 13 to July 18. Now, there's 2 ways of releasing a show. There's the Netflix route where you can just release all the episodes at the same time, or you can go traditional, where you release 1 episode a week. Now, there's a huge difference between choosing one of these routes. One has a way bigger cultural influence than the other. So with the Netflix route, yeah, sure, you get all the episodes at once, but the cultural staying power of this show only will last maybe a week or 2. So the example I got for this was The Bear. The Bear decided to release all the episodes at once in Hulu. And yeah, for the first 2 weeks, yeah, I've been seeing a lot of memes about it. And then the memes kind of dropped off. Everybody stopped talking about The Bear. Because once you give all the food, it's like, all right, so, I mean, I'm still hungry. Like, unlike food, you know, your consumption of good shows is endless. So, after all the rewatches of The Bear and all the memes you can make up out of it, it's like, all right, I mean, I'm still hungry for another show. So that's when The Boys came in and took all the fans. Now, The Boys was kind of special because, you know, there was also another show, The Acolytes, that came out bi-weekly too, and it was airing, you know, kind of the same time as The Boys. Now, first off, The Boys had better writing, and second, The Boys would have something happen to where it was meme-worthy. Either something absurd happened, something extreme happens, or someone would say something so out of pocket.
Blow A-Train. What? I'm not kidding. Go over there, pull out A-Train's cock. Blow it.
To where, yo, I gotta make a meme out of it. But The Acolyte, like, I know for the first few episodes, you know, I've been hearing nothing about it. I've been hearing, like, you know, oh, it's boring. But then the last few episodes, people were talking about it. People were talking about, you know, the fight scenes that happened, and also they revealed a huge character in the Star Wars series. But that wasn't enough. The Boys, in each episode, got people talking for 8 weeks. So yeah, there hasn't been any show that had this much cultural influence like The Boys. Well, actually, I just remember. Smiling Friends was another show that came bi-weekly, and that was another show that people couldn't stop talking about. So let's talk about the show. Now, there will be some spoilers, but yeah, I'm gonna try my best not to, but like, there's some stuff I gotta talk about, so yeah, catch up, man. Like, why are you watching this? This was actually the season that I didn't watch weekly. Like, I was just too busy in life where I couldn't really focus on the season, you know? I remember watching the first 4 episodes when the 4th episode came out, and I just stopped. And then when the last episode came out, I'm like, oh man, I'm already seeing memes. I'm seeing spoilers, so I gotta watch it. I gotta finish it. So I did. So yeah, like I said in the beginning, love the show and love this season. So yeah, in this season, it kind of went mask off with his politics. Like in the first 3 seasons, it was kind of vague, but at the same time, not really. Like, it pretends to be very vague, but like, I have no idea how people watched this show and didn't think, wait a minute, they're making fun of Republicans. Oh, they're making fun of they're making fun of me!
We're under attack.
We are?
Bad guys want to hurt us just because of what we look like. They want to wipe us from this earth just because of the color of our skin. It's called white genocide.
This show has always been making fun of liberals and conservatives. This show has always been capturing and mimicking the political landscape that is present right now. And right now, conservatives are straight up acting like fascists. So it's not the show's fault for just following what conservatives are doing and also predicting what they would do. It's like they're at this point, they're just mad at history because history repeats itself, all right? Like, we know what's gonna happen if conservatives come in power. Like, right now, conservatives are pretending like, oh, we're not gonna do anything once we get in power, you know? I mean, nothing will happen to the black and brown Americans that live here. I mean, we're just gonna do a mass migration. Nothing's gonna happen to you guys. I just think it's really funny. Like, the conservatives loved the show the first 3 seasons, but then the 4th season, and it was like, now wait a minute, now that's not fair. You're making fun of me. How come you guys haven't made fun of liberals? And it's kind of funny because it's like, yeah, like the company Vought is a liberal company. Like it chose both sides. Just like the Democrats, they use the leftist aesthetics, but like they're conservative in nature. Like Vought uses diversity higher, like, you know, they promote their black heroes, but at the same time, they have Homelander and Firecracker who promote fascist ideology. Shit, at the 2nd season, they hired a Nazi and tried to hide her history. So yeah, the show has always been woke. So that's all I gotta say about politics. So let's talk about the new characters. So Sister Sage, I thought she was a great addition. So she wasn't a boring character that was, oh, I'm super smart, and she always plays this straight character. But no, she was actually very entertaining. I love her introduction because, like, she's a character that is super smart and capable of changing the world, but can't because, oh, her misfortune is she was born poor. So she doesn't have the resources to do so. But it wasn't until Homelander came in and recruited her. Alright, next new character, Firecracker. And she was another great addition. So this was the character that finally revealed, oh, wait a minute, they're making fun of me. Because Homelander wasn't the one that made them realize, wait a minute, is this making fun of conservatives? No. They actually idolize him. So yeah, Homelander and even the Nazi character went over the right's head and thinking, oh, wait a minute, I like these characters. Oh, they kind of remind me of me. I like her character because this is not a fictional character. She is playing a person that really exists and that would actually say this. Like, the actress did a great job. Like, she's way too convincing. She did way too much of a good job playing this character. Sometimes it was like a little bit hard to separate the character to the actress, but you know, I got over it. Next character, Joe Kessel. I thought he did a great job too, but it wasn't until like in the middle of the show where they revealed that, spoilers, he didn't exist. He was just the representation of the worm that was in Butcher. So let's talk about some of the existing characters just shortly. So Anthony Starr as Homelander. This is still one of the best performances I've ever seen from an actor. It's in the same level as Heath Ledger playing as the Joker, and his performance is so good, you forget that he's just a fictional character. My therapist has to keep reminding me, listen, he's not a real guy, he's a fictional character, so why are you scared of him? The longer this show goes, the more unhinged he gets. And also, the more unhinged he gets, the people around him get scared of him and start becoming just yes men instead of like criticizing him because they're afraid they might get split off like the other guy. So, Butcher in this season, I thought his setup was great for the next season, but I think there should have been less of him. Because, you know, I do like the plots where he's trying to convince Ryan to leave Homelander. But the scenes with him and Kessler, it's like, I wish there was more involvement, you know? Revealing that he was just imaginary friend in the middle of the season was not a great decision. I think if they revealed it way later to the season and had more scenes and scenarios where Kessler was maybe interacting with other characters that exist, then I think the twist, you know, the reveal of, oh, he didn't exist, would have hit harder. The Deep, I love the Deep. he's just the dumbest character to exist, but I fucking love him. He's just a dumb character that is just a big piece of shit, and it's just funny to just watch him have a miserable life. Now, Frenchie and Kimiko, I love both of these characters, but I don't know, like, the writing for these characters, it always feels weak. It's like they don't know what to do with them because they have so much characters that are written. They kind of feel like, we don't have enough space. All right, we have to write something for you guys, so here we go. So we get more lore on why Kimiko can't talk. Now, I wasn't listening. When Frenchie said, oh, your brother told me that you can't talk because you saw your parents died. When I heard that, I'm like, wait a minute, I did not remember that. And then she revealed the real reason why she can't talk. And I don't know, like I said, I wasn't paying attention, so I thought the entire time she was mute because she was born like that. But the real reason is because She was in some type of like fight club, and she can't. If she grunts or cries, then she gets killed. Yeah, I'm not gonna explain everything, but like I guess that explains why whenever she gets hurt, she doesn't even cry or even grunt at all. So like this entire time, I thought she was like born like that, but it actually turns out, oh, this is just trauma. So yeah, I don't know. Like I'm not a big fan of this storyline. It just felt like. Oh, Kimiko, we gotta write something for her. So let's bring in this new character that, will introduce the real reason why she can't talk. I don't know. I thought this was kind of weak. Then there's Frenchie, who is hooking up with a guy whose parents were killed by him. Now, I'm not complaining that, oh, Frenchie's gay. I don't know where. Guys, his name is Frenchie. Duh! I do love these small reviews throughout the, this series. We get a little bit of a glimpse of his past, and we know why he's so fucked up. It's because he has all this PTSD and all this trauma, things he's done. And we also found out that he's like a person that has always been taken advantage of. But what they did with this relationship, it's like, I don't know. It just feels like it's really nothing. I wish they kind of set it up way better, like maybe they set up this character from the last season. But I still love both of Kimiko and Frenchie's dynamic, I still love both of these characters. It just felt like this season, the writing for their plot was kind of weak. So Victoria Newman, I thought she was another great character. Sadly, spoilers, she's dead. So we won't be able to see her, at least try to kill Homelander. For me, it was pretty disappointing because, like, I wanted to see if it was possible or not. But my assumption is she probably couldn't because he's probably the most powerful thing in the world. It's so powerful that if they want to make a virus to kill him, it has to be so powerful enough to become a pandemic. Alright, so A-Train in the 4th season was really good. I loved how he was like a piece of shit like everyone else in the 7. But throughout the series, you see him grow and also go through a lot. Like in the 3rd season, he was like, alright, I think it's time to be actually a good guy. And then you see him fuck up so hard to now, because of his actions, his brother's in a wheelchair and he's using a heart from a racist. And in this season, he realized you can't be a good guy in this company and started becoming the leaker of Vought. The new Black Noir, the recasting was funny. Like they had to hire someone else to play as Black Noir because everyone died, I think. Actually, I don't think the old Noir is dead. Like, since he has super healing, this is like getting Donut is nothing to him. They did way too much setup for his character to like fight Soldier Boy. And since Soldier Boy is already teased to be in the next season, I think we're gonna see a fight between these two. So yeah, love the new Black Noir. It is funny that he's a recast, and it's like he's playing method acting. So like he's acting throughout the entire like episode, but he doesn't understand who he is, and he's asking people like, how does he act like? And it's like he doesn't act like nothing. He has no he doesn't even talk. But like he's trying to capture who Noir is, but it's like, this guy has no personality. This guy's nothing. So like, what? It's hard to act like him. But yeah, I think that's all I gotta say overall. Yeah, show's amazing. I love it. Can't wait for the next season. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, follow my TikTok and Twitter so you can keep an update on all my content. And yeah, bye.